Now that we know how we're going to move, what our overall philosophy is about serve and volley, balance over closeness, we're going to keep getting closer, but it needs to be in control and in balance. Now let's talk about volley and half volley technique, because as we discussed in the video right before this one, we can't avoid no man's land, at least not completely. It's not possible. If you're going to serve and volley, you're going to have to know how to hit some shots from here. So let's talk about volley technique and half volley technique. And this is going to be a really quick overview, but you're watching this in Academy. We're filming this for Essential Tennis Academy. There's another module called Volley. I believe it's Accuracy and Consistency. Watch that module and go through it step by step, because I lay out very methodically how to build your volleys for simplicity and calmness and control. And that is the response that we need if we're going to be effective and consistent and accurate from this part of the court as we transition into the net. So Ira's going to feed me a couple of volleys, and my goal is going to be a couple things. Number one, simplicity of technique. When you do volleys correctly, you need very, very little. If you just open the racket up, make clean contact, and give the ball a little bit of guidance as far as where to go, you will make a ton of volleys. What I don't want you to do is try to punch your volleys, certainly not from back here. There should be no quick, aggressive, jerky movements. It should be very calm and smooth and relaxed. Even if you watch the Bryan brothers, I mean, some of the best hands in the world right now, they're not sticking volleys from back in here, not around waist height. Maybe if it's up above shoulder height, but not a transition volley from waist height or below. So Ira's going to feed me just a couple of volleys here on my forehand side to start. And my goal here is simplicity and control of the racket head and the racket face. So clean contact is extremely important, meeting the ball in the middle of the strings. And again, if my strings are open as I meet the ball and I make clean contact, the ball is going to go over. Here's the deal. Ira's going to talk about this, I'm sure, in the strategy section that goes along with these videos. You're not attacking from here. This is not an offensive shot, and so you should not be treating it as an offensive shot. So when you hit this volley, you should not be trying to stick the ball. You should not be trying to punch these volleys. These should be calm, cool, placed shots that are meant to set you up in the point, not win you the point outright. So you should be treating them as such. Now, right now, I'm aiming short. Usually I'd be aiming a little bit deeper to one of the corners. I'm just practicing the technique right now, and just to demonstrate for those of you watching. Now, half volleys, same approach, calm, relaxed, clean contact is vital. And just like on the volleys, it should be very, very simple. So Ira's gonna feed me a couple half volleys. Ball is bouncing now in front of me. My racket face is a little open. And I'm just giving the ball, again, a guide back. A little deeper, Ira. Just a guide back to Ira. Aim for the crack. This is a trickier shot than the volley, so simplicity of technique, again, is extremely, extremely important. So is clean contact. And again, not aiming for where I would typically aim in a match right now. I'm just practicing my technique. And if you watch the Volley Accuracy and Consistency module inside of Academy, you will see a step-by-step process on how to work on this. So there's technique in a nutshell for these deep shots. This is the approach and the mentality that you need to have if you want to overcome your fear of this area of the court as you transition forwards. If you get on board with this process, then I promise you more success, as opposed to more the mentality of rushing and panicking and trying to do whatever you can to stay away from this area of the court.